Oh shit. Here we go again.
What is up, everybody? King Num Num here, bringing you guys some more Embalmer gameplay. Now, this will be, again, another practice video. However, I did learn a couple more things with Embalmer. Now, starting off, hopefully you guys are having an amazing, fantastic, wonderful day. If you're not, hopefully I can fix that or maybe ease some of that pain you have or anything going on. And if you do got something going on, just realize there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But we're not going to get too serious on that. Starting off, we see we're going against a Wu Ching on Ever Sleeping. We see Cats playing forward, me with Embalmer, OT on Seer, and Miasma on Mercenary like usual. Now you see here, I was obviously in Corner House. That's why Cats is not getting there. So he did sacrifice about 40% of his football-ish for me, so I didn't get chased. Don't get me wrong, Embalmer could probably eat up a Wu Chang. However, it is Kazi, one of the best Wu Changs on the server. So you see here that the Hunter's going to end up leaving him. And somehow he knew that OT was at Graveyard, thinking Quenching Effect was probably in effect. But other than that, we see that the Wu Chang is running Blink, you guys. And honestly, Seers eat up Wu Changs left to right. I mean, I've probably showed it before. It's kind of light work. However, OT does get bodied, but you really can't do anything when the Hunter kind of teleports on top of you. Maybe you could fix that in the future, but you see an amazing blink right there by the Kazi. And from here, OT's just going to keep cutting Graveyard. He does have to keep in mind basement is here, so he's probably going to have to leave soon. As you can see here, him trying to transition. And while he's doing all this, he's just farming his owl as best as he can. Kazi unfortunately misses his bell right there, which is in luck for OT. Except for OT kind of corners himself, trying to focus on farming an owl, which I can respect that. But he couldn't make the pallets in time. From here, we're just Cypher rushing as best as we can. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, against Wu Changs, the main things is you just don't want to get stuffed on rescues. And as long as you can get a makeup kite going on, even though if it was roughly around 30 seconds, you could probably get a win. Then again, Wu Chang can be a tie farm type of hunter, in my opinion. But then again, he's more of a loss-win situation, depending on what happens in the match. We see here Miasma is going for the rescue, and he is going to get that before half. Amazing elbow pad. And at this point, you don't want the Mercenary getting double hit. So you're going to see that Kazi will focus his bell on Miasma. Miasma ends up elbow padding just in time. At this point, OT already has a Seer Owl. Boom, he's going to use it right there. And he's going to transition out of here. But unfortunately, Kazi already has his Umbrella up. And boom, from here, there's nothing you can really do. Because it's really, really hard to transition from Graveyard to two-story. Even to those two pallets. You got to be either really lucky or have that Seer Owl to transition. Maybe a standard hit. But from here, OT's really just, he really can't do nothing except for die at the same cipher we told him not to die at. Like, come on now, big fella. But at this point, I'm like, all right, I just got to pull off a rescue. Going against a full presence Wu Chang as Embalmer. Probably not the best option with no tide. But I was like, it's either I help Miasma or he gets stuffed. And we got to pick a struggle. It's either one or the other. So you see the Hunter on me like white on rice. I did end up baiting his Soul Siphon. But from here, he ends up hitting the chair, which is very unfortunate. And I get the body block. So this is like best case scenario. And at this point, you see that OT has an 80% owl. He just needs to make the pallet. But Kazi ends up getting an amazing bell right there. So Cats is going to have to end up carrying him. At this point, Cats is going to have to take over, try to get us the win. Then again, this is a draw farm situation. You see Kazi end up getting stunned right there, which was a perfect stun on Cats' end. From here, OT does an amazing bait with the bell. In my opinion, he should have just kept running straight to where the pallet was broken. But from here, he kind of cornered himself running. But, you know, don't get me wrong, he got Soul Siphon, nothing you can really do here. At this point, Kazi does have his blink up. So what I will say is this is some amazing plays by Cats. Boom. Ends up actually hitting the stun. I don't know how. Don't even ask me questions. I just know. I'm going to simply put it as he's built different. Ends up getting another stun. I feel like he's just getting abused at this point. But there's really nothing you can do. He ends up trying to swing away, but ends up hitting Cats at the same time, which is very unfortunate. OT, the bot himself, literally just trying to farm an owl, which I can respect because the Cypher is primed. But, like, come on, my guy. Come on now. But you see here, he has an owl, so it's looking really, really good for us. Except for he ends up cornering himself near basement, doesn't even use the owl, and ends up giving a no attack recovery. So to simply put it, OT's a bot, part 2. I'm gonna have to just make a series of OT being a bot. You see here, I was decoding the exit gate near him, but I knew that he was either going to teleport on top of me with white form, or he was gonna end up walking over to me. And I knew he used blink. However, I'm getting calls in the voice chat. Yo, dungeons at Dancing Geisha, aka Graveyard. Dungeons there, dungeons there. So you start seeing me head over there, right, guys? Right? This was OT saying this. Nobody else, y'all. Nobody else. OT's like, I swear it's there. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm gonna trust you. And I do have a coffin, so there's really nothing to worry about. But I really believed him, y'all. So I'm getting ready. I'm like, y'all are gonna have to leave soon. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when. And this is why you don't tell your teammates to leave too early, you guys. Because look at that. How am I going to coffin? Come on out. So I end up coffining, and I'm all the way back at corner house. So Wu Chang does counter Embalmer pretty hard. However, if played correctly, it can be very deadly. See here, he did teleport as closest to the stairs as he could, but he couldn't make it just in time. Now at this point, he did soul siphon, and I didn't know which way he was coming from, and that's on Miasma's part. He was communicating that for me. And from here, it's looking pretty chops, but Miasma said, if I body block for you, maybe you can make the gate in time. I didn't want to vault because, look, I needed the speed boost, okay? Boom, he ends up hitting him. I take this speed boost, and from here, it's going to be a 3-man. Don't forget, you guys, I'm Noomer, and I'm out.